What's going on, my PT peeps and my Walking Dead family? Welcome to the PT channel. I'm One Eye Bri, back to talk about The Walking Dead Season 9 and some potential spoilers about the back half of Season 9 and Henry and what may happen in some episodes in the back half of Season 9. So obviously, if you're worried about spoilers, just stop watching right now. I want to talk about some things and I don't want to ruin anything for anyone. Now let's get to it. The big news surrounding Henry has been going on for a while since they filmed the back half of Season 9 and they're done filming. So right now, nothing is confirmed yet. Stay tuned for more. This is from Ninja Pancake, from the Spoiling Dead fans, so credit to them for sure. So the Henry info keeps evolving. Remember that nothing is completely confirmed right now. Things can always change as we learn more, but I know you junkies are thirsty for more, so I'll spill what we are currently hearing. Henry escapes from the Whisperer camp. It sounds like it will happen sometime in episode 15. He tries to make it back to the fair, but somewhere along the way he encounters Alpha. Initially, we heard he would be stabbed by Alpha, but his fate was uncertain. However, now we are hearing that he's killed and is probably a Pike victim. I repeat, this is not confirmed. Yet it certainly doesn't look good at this time, especially when you piece this together with other tidbits we've heard. So the young romance of Henry and Lydia doesn't look to be getting very far. Now, a lot of people are pissed that Carl was gone and that Henry has his storyline. Well, Henry isn't going to make it very far either, potentially. If the rumors are true, if it's confirmed or find out to be confirmed, we'll post for you guys. But Henry is going to go after Lydia, probably encounter Beta. I believe this is Henry right here. Look at the stick, look at the outfit, look at the hair. I just think it's Henry going after Lydia at the Whisperer camp, and it's going to be not a good thing. But ultimately, Carl was killed off. Henry replaced Carl, and now it looks like Henry is going to get killed off. So the writers, what are you doing? Let's review. Supposedly, in episode 15, they filmed the scene where Alpha shows off her bloody machete and mentions encountering some trouble on the road. When this scene occurs in the comics, Alpha has already been to the fair and has killed and piked her victims. Alpha visits the fair in episode 15. Supposedly, she is wearing a dress. Carol, Michonne, and Daryl are also rumored to be at the Whisperer camp in episode 15. So this is the sequence I'm starting to speculate based on these tidbits and comic events. Henry escapes early in episode 15 and heads back to the kingdom. Meanwhile, Alpha is at the fair secretly luring her victims away and killing them. At some point, she encounters Henry and kills him too. Carol, Michonne, and Daryl are looking for the Whispers so they can get Henry back, unaware that he's already escaped. The Whispers surround them and bring them back to their camp where they wait for Alpha. I think Alpha will return at the end of the episode, and that's when she will flash her bloody machete. This will lead to the eventual Pike reveal in episode 16. So I don't know what's going on, but Henry goes after Lydia. Henry is at the camp. I would assume that's Henry, Lydia, and someone else. And it sounds pretty crappy that Henry went after Lydia. He tries to get back to the fair in the kingdom because he probably found out some information to try to get there. Carol, Daryl, and Michonne are trying to go get Henry. They get captured. Henry's already escaped, so Henry's already gone, and these three get captured, and it's like, why didn't you just stay at the fair? You could have done this, or what's going on? It's going to be one of those things where like, oh man, just the timing's terrible. And if it's true that Henry dies, that just really, really sucks. Again, this is just my guess about the sequence of events based on the tidbits we're hearing right now. So don't go around plastering that stuff on Reddit or wherever as the actual series of events. Based on what's starting to trickle out, I really think this whole Pike situation and Whisperer conflict is going to be more complex than the comics. I think there's more going on here and we might be in for some surprises. Take the parts of the spoilers speculated as just that. Not all of this is a confirmed spoiler. So a lot of people are going around, is it true about Henry? Is it this? Is it that? Well, that's the latest information that I have about it and the Spoiling Dead fans, so credit to them for sure. But if you check other channels out, just be aware of what they're saying. Not everything's confirmed. But let's talk about Henry for a little bit, because I think Henry's getting a bad rap. And to be honest, I don't mind Henry. I don't think Henry's bad for the show at all. And if Carl was never around and it was the Henry story, you'd be fine with it, because Henry's doing a decent job. Henry's a teenager. I think Matt Lintz is doing a good job. To be honest, I think Matt Lintz is doing a better job than Chandler Riggs at certain parts for sure. But Henry is naive. Henry was born and raised basically at the kingdom in a sheltered environment. That's why Carol was bringing him there to the kingdom so he can learn a lot of things, from Earl to be a blacksmith, but also Daryl to teach him some things. Daryl is a survivor. He's going to make it to the very, very end of the series, I'm sure. And Carol knows that. Carol's a survivor as well. But remember, Carol brought him to Daryl, then to the hilltop for a reason. Carol knows that the kingdom and Ezekiel are kind of sheltered and they live in this bubble. And Carol knows what it's really like out there. And she's worried for the future and safety of Henry. Well, if Henry just stayed at the kingdom and never met Lydia, he might have been safe. He might have just stayed okay. And I wonder if that's going to weigh in on Carol if that happens. Now, is Carol really going to lose Henry and Ezekiel? I wouldn't put it past the writers to do that because that's really what Carol's story is all about. She gets close to people and then people die. But will she really lose Henry and Ezekiel or one of them? I think one of them for sure, but potentially both. If you know the Pike lineup stuff and the information from the comics, it's a good chance that Ezekiel's picked for the Pike lineup. And if the information is true here, Henry's also on there. So that is terrible news. To be honest, if it's Henry or Ezekiel, I would pick Ezekiel to stay on. We'll see what happens. As long as Jerry's okay, I don't care about anybody, or Carol, of course, but anybody else at the kingdom. I mean, Diane's all right, but ultimately, I just need Jerry around for a long, long time. And I don't blame Henry at all. He's a teenager. He's all about the ladies right now. Enid's with Alden. There's slim pickings, I guess. There's Addie. You could be with her, and you probably should have. But ultimately, Lydia shows some interest in Henry, and Henry's like, yeah, I'll take you to the kingdom. I'll take you here. I'll do this. Well, of course, I'm exaggerating, but he gave up too much information about everything, and he just met Lydia. You can't trust Lydia, and that may come back to bite him in the butt. Is the kingdom safe? And to be honest, I don't think so. I think the fair is going to be bad news for the kingdom, for the people, for everybody, including Carol, Ezekiel, Henry, and everybody involved. So what do you make of it, guys? Do you think Carol's people are in trouble? Because I don't think Carol's going to be in trouble. I think Carol's going to live on. She's a survivor. I think Henry and Ezekiel could potentially be gone. But we have to wait and see. And I'm sure the writers will not disappoint one way or another. They're doing a great job with season 9 so far. I think Angela Kang is doing a great, great job. And every episode has been good, if not great. So I want to find out as much as you do. We got to wait a couple more weeks for it, and we'll be here before you know it, but we're going to enjoy it because before you know it, we'll be on the break for the summer, and then we got to wait till October. Oh, man, that sucks. So let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button to become a valued member of our PT channel Walking Dead family. And remember, guys, with hard work, dedication, belief, and sacrifice, you can truly achieve your goals. Believe in yourself. You can do it. It's about love, support, staying positive, making memories, and as always, tell them, Daryl.
Yo, we love you guys. Honestly, thank you.